remember that when somebody is an influential creator, like even like Andrew Tate or like whatever clips or whatever, they're a huge creator and you don't believe what they're saying, or you don't think it has any effect on your life, or it shouldn't have an effect on your life, or whatever. Remember that you don't have to believe in it, right? I mean, we all know that creators can be very influencing. They can be a lot of them say what they say with conviction, and they make it seem like it's gospel truth, right? But we know better as thinking beings to question certain things, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to question, even when I say things, you know, you have to be able to question things sometimes, because life is not about, you know, what Andrew Tate is saying if he has nothing quality to say, right? Or maybe he does, but you don't feel it, right? Or if there's like, I don't know, Jill Mulvaney, even Jill Mulvaney, I mean, she's the most positive influencer I know. She's like so good. She's like so positive, so pretty. And she's always defending herself because she gets a lot of hate. But in general, you know, I think we all know that Jill Mulvaney is able to make mistakes, or at least you don't have to listen to everything she says, right? Or everything everybody says, right? Anybody says, right? Even if it's a friend in your life that you don't think their advice today is good, right? Or whatever, right? If you don't feel somebody's saying the right things, or whatever, or maybe they're in a bad mood and they just talk about whatever they feel that day, but they're normally in a good mood and they don't usually sound like that, right? Or whatever, right? We're all creators, we have flaws too, and if we're running the world, right, as top creators, and I'm getting very famous, I'm not famous yet, but I'm getting very famous, then you have to at least allow yourself to question, allow yourself to question what people are saying. You can't just take everything by gospel truth, right? But there are a lot of people that are very educated, that read studies or read books or whatever, that don't feel that these things even have merit, right, on social media. They feel like social media is just a bunch of whatever hoopla, right? But you know, I mean, if you do like social media and you value it, it's positive. It can be positive. It can be very powerful in a positive way, and can motivate you and really help you do well. But you know, in general, I don't think you necessarily have to be like, oh my God, this creator, I love this creator. What they're saying is jiving with what I believe. I should believe them over me. You know, if you believe yourself. But the thing is, in general, having a certain outlook on life that's positive for yourself, or for someone that is, you know, wants to lead a good life, you know, we all have to have a positive outlook in general, you know. And some, you know, you see some creators, they talk about mental health or dealing with mental health a lot, and you're like, oh, that's a good positive thing. And then suddenly they unalive themselves because they were struggling with their mental health, right? So, you know, in general, you know, you want to make sure that you run your own life and you're not just mirroring. And you can mirror. If you want to mirror a celebrity, you want to be exactly like them, you want to feel what they feel, you want to do what they say, it's not like you can't do that, you're allowed, right? But, you know, some people want to be able to question it or think, oh, you know, is this valid, or is this true, or you know, like even when they say some studies, right, you're just like, oh no, here we go, right? This study is going to be something that some creator just said because they want to cause controversy for making up a study, right? You know what I mean? And some studies are true. You know, there are some people that are credible sources on social media, but in general, you know, even like someone like Madonna, right? I mean, she goes from being very positive to very whatever on a daily basis, right? She does a lot of what she wants to do. I mean, but you have to remember, she has a lot of freedoms because she has $800 million that her celebration tour is going to make her like billions, right? So, I mean, she has a lot of freedoms that people don't have, right? So, we all love Madonna, I think she's awesome, but not everyone does, but I do. And I think she's awesome, but you know, in general, you know, she might have opinions that you might be like, oh, you know, that doesn't jive with me, right? And she's Madonna, so what, right? We love Madonna, she's fabulous, but you don't have to take everything she says as gospel truth, or what anybody says as gospel truth, right? Anyway, guys, thank you, darling, thank you. Melina, is your work done here, darling? My work here is done. Bye now, don't. Bye now.